What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. We're one day removed from Season 6. It was just released yesterday. Some awesome things coming to the game, some turbulent wins for Epic coming through. One of the main items that they tried releasing, they had to take back. It wasn't ready yet, but let's just chat about it and let's see where we're at with the Season 6 things. So first off, I want to touch on the Shadow Stones that got taken out of the game. For those of you that don't know, these were taken out because players were able to grab a Shadow Stone, and if they switched to their weapon fast enough, they could be in shadow form and use their weapons and everything. So people had invisible players shooting at them, players phasing through their builds shooting at them. So it was really, really unfair, and that's why those were taken out of the game. In the brief time I was able to use them, I really, really like them. Now, was the trade worth losing the rifts? Because we don't have the tikis with the rifts anymore. We just have the corrupted areas with the Shadow Stones. And I miss the rifts. I do. There's still a few rifts left, like at Valhalla and things like this, but I do miss the rifts. They were very nice. And I've only had like a couple hours with the Shadow Stones, so I don't have a full feel for how where I'm at with losing those rifts. I do really miss the rifts. But when Shadow Stones come back into the game, I'm sure we'll get a better balance of that and have a better idea of that. So, more new things that we didn't necessarily know yesterday. Freeze traps are possibly coming to the game. Now, they were found in the game files by Fortnite Intel. For those of you that don't know, Fortnite Intel is a source who has embraced a ton of information on the game, and they go through the game files every week with the new patches and let us know what we can expect. Freeze traps are coming to the game. We don't know how long it's gonna freeze you. We don't know none of this. We just know that they're gonna be there eventually, unless the idea gets totally scrapped. Files already in the game, and I think this is kind of cool, but I also, Epic's always done a really good job with coming in and balancing things. I mean, when the P90 first came here, it felt way too powerful, and they fixed that right away. And things like this, so they do a pretty good job of balancing. But freeze traps sound pretty strong to just freeze people, and depending on how long, I know regardless of how strong it is, it's gonna be a blast to use. I can't wait to be up against a 4-man squad and then freeze trap the last guy while all his teammates are knocked down and then give him the L emote. I can't wait to do that. There's gonna be a lot of fun clips that you're gonna see from streamers and whatnot when this freeze trap comes out. So that's gonna be another fun item that creates a lot of laughs. Now let's get to the new island, the cube. If you guys have taken a close look at that island, on the bottom of it is the cube. The cube's in the bottom of the island, and I don't know if this clip's gone super viral yet, but if you shoot that cube while people are in the vortex, the flying vortex, it actually launches them like the cube launched people before it fell into Loot Lake. So you can actually get a glider launch that'll launch you all the way from Loot Lake Island, where that floating island is, all the way to Greasy Grove. So there's a little tip for you if you don't know. On top of that, the cube is expected to grow. Another thing from Fortnite Intel, the cube is expected to grow. We see game files and coding in the files that's showing patterns of growth for the cube. So we can expect to see that cube doing things throughout Season 6. I'm looking forward to the changes there. For those of you that have played, you know that that floating island is the most hectic place on the map with tons and tons of fun, miscellaneous action. If you go on Loot Lake Island and you just play there, I was watching Daquan the other day, he was getting like 17 plus kills a game because everyone's going there. So if you're a baller, go to Loot Lake Island and just watch that cube grow while you're doing it, snag a few heads. Another thing, with that new Oktoberfest skins, there's a back bling called Clockwork. It comes with the guy skin for the Oktoberfest series, and that clock actually tells the correct time. Which is really funny, because what if you are on the East Coast playing with your buddy on the West Coast? Maybe it only tells the time for the server you're on. So if we're on West servers, then we get Pacific time. If we're on East servers, we get Eastern time. I'm not sure, but if that Clockwork tells the right time for him and not for me, we're gonna have some words. But it tells the correct time, which is kind of a cool thing. It's kind of like one of those neat things where you don't necessarily expect it to be there, and then you find out about it and you're like, oh wow, that's neat. Something off Reddit that we pulled, the Omega skin fits really, really well with the Dusk Wings. So make sure you go in there. If you have the battle pass unlocked, go take a look at that. We saw this on Reddit and it looks like a good combo. Right now I'm gonna be rocking the cowboy chick. I can't wait. Oh wait, you guys corrected me. It's not a cowboy chick, it's a cowgirl. All right, we're getting PC with it. We're doing it right. So I'm gonna be rocking the cowgirl. I can't wait to get those unlocks. I love it in the early season when you have those experience unlocks, and I play a lot, so I get the unlocks before a lot of people. And then I'm just rocking like fully suited cowgirl. So I can't wait for that. But the Omega with Dusk Wings does look very good. And then overall, guys, those are most of my thoughts for the season. With the Shadow Stones removed, the game's playing a little bit slower than it was in the past because we don't have Rifts and we don't have Shadow Stones. When the Shadow Stones come back, looking forward to seeing that play out. I'm a little bit disappointed with the loot on that new mansion by Haunted Hills. There's just not enough loot there. Like, it's not a viable drop zone to drop up on that hill. There's no mats, and there's very little loot there. Other than that, I'm really happy with all the new zones. The bunkers and Wailing Woods are really cool. Having a blast playing it so far. It'll be even more fun when we get the Shadow Stones back. This was gameplay from yesterday when they removed the Shadow Stones. So this was one of those slower games. Whereas when we had the Rifts and the Shadow Stones, you know, it was pretty easy to get. If you're winning a game, you probably have 10 kills plus. And I don't quite get there in this game. But those are my thoughts for the season. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel. What's your guys' favorite skin? You know, just any thoughts you have around Season 6. I love it. There's new hype around the season. Every time we get a new season with Fortnite, it's wonderful for us YouTubers because there's so much new content to bring you guys. But I also want to know what you guys are enjoying about the new season. So let me know. Thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate the support. Take care, and we'll catch you later.
Oh, wow, look at that. You made it all the way to the end of the video. Well, let's play a rock, paper, scissors. And if I win, you like and subscribe to the channel. And if I lose, just kidding, I don't lose. Oh, man. Nice, another subscriber.